Hey everyone, James here from the XRP headline channel. The crypto tourists might have packed up, but the whales, oh, they're still out here making waves, and not just little ripples, they're making big splashy moves. Case in point, Ripple, can 520 million XRP whale action break resistance?
I've been trading crypto successfully for over 380 days, consistently closing every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $29,000 in profits by copying my trades. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in the profile description and start copying my trades for free today.
Intrigued? You should be. Last week was a roller coaster. Remember the chaos on February 3rd? Liquidations everywhere, panic selling left and right. The lesson? Leverage is risky, and panic selling is a rookie mistake. While retail investors were freaking out, the whales were calm, cool, and, you guessed it, buying the dip. It's the same old story. Retail panics, whales prosper. Why? Because they know the cycle isn't over. In fact, the best part is still ahead, and it's about to get interesting. XRP's been turning heads lately, and not just from a charting perspective. November marked a turning point for the entire crypto market, with interest skyrocketing. Even after XRP hit a local high of $2.90 on December 2nd, the momentum didn't fade. More people kept diving in. The market's been moving sideways since, keeping everyone on edge for the next big breakout. So buckle up, because if you think the excitement is over, think again. The whales sure don't. The most exciting chapters of this ride are still waiting to be written. Let's go. XRP fans, it finally happened. After 7 long years, XRP hit a new all-time high on January 16th. The excitement was off the charts, but as we all know, markets don't climb in a straight line. Things have cooled off since, even in this ongoing bull market. It's been a wild ride, enough to make some throw in the towel. But if you're still here, congrats. You've got diamond hands, not lettuce ones. Respect. Quick reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research before making moves. Stay sharp out there. Now let's dive in. It's 12:34 a.m. Central Time as I'm recording this, officially Wednesday, February 12th, 2025, and the crypto world is buzzing. XRP is sitting at $2.40, and Bitcoin, a jaw-dropping $95,822. Yep, you heard that right. Remember my last video when we dissected Jerome Powell's Fed announcement? The market barely flinched before snapping back. No additional quantitative easing? You'd think that would rattle the crypto markets, but nope. Why? The tourists are gone. The dabblers, the weekend warriors, they've been swept away. What's left are the serious players, and the whales are making their moves. February 3rd marked a turning point. Need proof the big leagues are gearing up? Chart analyst Ali Martinez just reported whales scooped up over 600,000 ETH last week alone. Whales aren't amateurs. They don't buy at market peaks. If they're loading up, they see what's coming. Are you paying attention yet? XRP is experiencing heavy accumulation, and ETH is right there with it. Even if you're not an ETH holder, this is huge. Historically, ETH sparks altcoin season, bringing massive momentum to the entire market. It's all tied to those 4-year cycles and global liquidity. Everything is lining up perfectly for a major move. Thinking XRP won't explode into price discovery? That's just defying logic at this point. And it's not just XRP. Chart Nano's mustache is calling for Bitcoin's breakout from a bullish falling wedge. He hasn't wavered in his predictions, and so far, he's nailed it. But the real fireworks, they're in the altcoin market. Bitcoin dominance is showing signs of cracking. And in past cycles, every drop in dominance has triggered altcoin rallies. Profits flow out of Bitcoin and ignite the alt market frenzy. Sound familiar? It's happening again. Whispers are turning into roars. Analysts are convinced this could be the moment Bitcoin dominance steps aside and gives altcoins their time to shine. XRP, 7 years of consolidation behind it, is poised for something massive. If it doesn't smash its previous all-time high, it would be a shock. Me? I'm still holding every last XRP. Not a single one has left my wallet. But when the time comes, and oh, it's coming, I'll sell at a peak so dazzling it's impossible to resist. Until then, I'm here for the ride. I've been waiting for this moment for what feels like forever. When the next bear market arrives, I'll be ready, grinning as I load up once again. Why? Because XRP is a clear winner and I know it. My plan is simple. Sell as close to the peak as possible, then wait for the opportunity of a lifetime. And when it comes, I'll strike. But here's the catch. This could be the last time I ever hold this much XRP. It's bittersweet. I got in early at an average buy-in of 25 cents, a price that feels like ancient history. Even in the depths of the next bear market, it'll never again be this cheap. There's pride in that, sure, but also a strange sadness. I've held this stash for years, grown familiar with its weight. Letting go feels like closing a chapter I'll never revisit. It reminds me of Bitcoin in 2011. If you had 100 BTC and sold at those early lows, you never got that chance again. The same applies to XRP now. This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. And the market? It's heating up. Chart analyst Cryptos is keeping a close eye on Bitcoin dominance, which just closed below resistance. If this is the peak, altcoins like XRP could finally get their turn in the spotlight. Meanwhile, Crypto Insight UK points out XRP's resilience, holding firm above its previous range. At what point will critics admit this cycle isn't like the last? Think back to the last cycle. XRP was the black sheep of the top 10, with the SEC breathing down its neck. Every other coin hit new all-time highs, but XRP, it stood alone under siege. Coincidence? Not a chance. The fact that XRP survived years of relentless pressure, consolidating through it all, is nothing short of remarkable. And now, with legal clarity in its corner, the idea that XRP wouldn't take off is laughable. Enter the Bitcoin maxes. They're eerily quiet. Their toxic rants and nonsensical charts mocking XRP. A distant memory met with well-deserved mockery of their own. And here's the kicker, some analysts, like the great Matsby, are drawing striking parallels between XRP and Tesla. Yes, apples and oranges on the surface, but in the world of charts, apples to apples. Tesla spent nearly 7 years in quiet consolidation before its explosive rise, and XRP, it's following a similar pattern. For years, let's call it 7, XRP has been coiling, tightening like a spring. Analysts always say, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. With XRP's fundamentals stronger than ever and a bull market building steam, the stage is set. The momentum is undeniable, the energy palpable. This is just the beginning. As the great Matsby observed, XRP's moment isn't just coming, it's already here. Here's where things get fascinating. An analyst just drew a bold comparison between XRP and Tesla, and the similarities are uncanny. He points out that their monthly charts look almost identical, except for one game-changing detail. XRP blasted through its monthly conversion line in seconds, while Tesla is crawling forward at its own pace. His takeaway? If you're bullish on one but not the other, you might want to rethink your stance. Bold call, right? But he's not alone. Another analyst is doubling down, convinced that XRP's best days are still ahead this cycle. And honestly, I'm right there with them. Then there's chart analyst Steph is Crypto, dissecting XRP's volatility index, the heartbeat at the bottom of the chart. Here's the kicker. XRP's volatility hasn't even come close to the madness we saw in 2017. Translation? The real breakout hasn't even arrived yet. Let that sink in. XRP hit its all-time high before Bitcoin peaked. Think about what that could mean. No usual money rotation, no market euphoria, just XRP flexing on its own. Imagine what happens when the alt season frenzy hits full throttle. Pure chaos, jaw-dropping volatility. And yes, I'm here for it. I won't toss out wild price predictions, that's not my style. But those analysts forecasting double digits for XRP, I wouldn't bet against them. In fact, some calling for $10 might actually be playing it safe. Believe it or not, credible experts are hinting at $20 or more. These aren't just random moon boys, they're pros with a track record to back it up. And if ETH doubles its last all-time high, XRP climbing higher to match that market cap becomes a very real possibility. A $20 XRP, suddenly it doesn't feel so far-fetched. Could it even reclaim the number 2 spot in market cap? History has a funny way of repeating itself. But let's not forget about Ethereum. Sentiment is in the gutter, it's probably never been this bad. Yet that's exactly when markets flip. When the crowd gives up, the bottom gets set, and the tide rises. Not every coin will hit new all-time highs again, most won't. But the ones that do, they'll soar, and ETH might just blindside those who are throwing in the towel. Meanwhile, chart analyst Dom throws a curveball with his EMA analysis on XRP. Every time XRP dips below its 5,200-day EMA band, it triggers a brutal 30% drop and months of stagnation. Right now, that danger zone sits at $2.20. The good news, XRP is still holding steady. The big question is whether it can break out of its current range. Historical data suggests a breakout could lead to consolidation, not catastrophic, but not the fireworks we're hoping for either. Personally, I'm rooting for the analysts predicting a peak in the next month or two. This phase has been thrilling, sure, but I'm ready for the next chapter. Life-changing wealth? Yes, please. I've been patient long enough. It's time. Oh, and one last nugget from Dom. He's been eyeing the NASDAQ 100, a tech-heavy index with its own story to tell. Everything's connected, folks. The tide is shifting, and whether it's XRP, Ethereum, or broader tech, something big is brewing. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Markets are fascinating, aren't they? When investors go risk on, their excitement for the NASDAQ 100 often mirrors their appetite for crypto. It's uncanny, chart after chart, comparing the NASDAQ 100 with Bitcoin or the broader crypto market tells the same story. These two seem to move in lockstep, like twins tied to the same destiny. Why does this matter? Because it's a signal, a heartbeat within the chaos of the markets. Here's the kicker. On January 31st, a pattern emerged. The NASDAQ 100 showed unshakable resilience against bearish attempts. Fast forward to February 11th, and that pattern held firm. Over the last month, the NASDAQ 100 has brushed off every bearish move, defying expectations. To me, this screams one thing: new all-time highs are coming. The structure isn't bearish, far from it. History shows when the NASDAQ rallies like this, Bitcoin soon follows. The past 6 weeks are no exception. As of February 11th, the NASDAQ 100 is wrestling at the 21,800K level, just under the 786 retracement. It's an odd, almost surreal structure, but one thing is clear: a decisive move is brewing. Meanwhile, XRP is quietly holding its ground. Optimism lingers, and here's a twist: even Bitcoin.com is weighing in. Known for their cautious takes, they're surprisingly bullish on XRP's long-term potential. Right now, XRP is trading at $2.41 with a $138 billion market cap, slipping below USDT. Bears may be in control, but key support at $2.20 to $2.30 could turn the tide. The 1-hour chart shows consolidation, while the 4-hour hints at a potential bottom despite ongoing selling pressure. Moving averages, still bearish, but the long-term outlook remains bright, according to Bitcoin.com. It's wild to see Bitcoin.com acknowledge XRP's potential. But here we are. Unless Bitcoin takes a nosedive, I've got a gut feeling XRP will be just fine. That said, this isn't financial advice. Don't base your decisions on my musings. Seriously, do your own research, always.